Alright, you've made it. It's competition time. It's stressful, it's scary, it's exciting, but most of all, it's what you've been working so hard towards. And that's why it's important that you get an understanding of what's going to be coming in the upcoming weeks. So in the directly upcoming weeks, you'll be participating in regional competitions. And after that, you may even qualify for provincials or for worlds. But to start with, you'll be competing in 2 regional competitions. You might also pay for an extra fee to compete in a 3rd competition. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, mainly so you can gain extra points in order to qualify for something like provincials and to flex in the provincial. We don't always do that, but some teams might consider doing this. So now you're asking, points? What points? What are these for? How do I get them? Well, points are used to qualify for other competitions. So points you earn at regionals will be used to qualify for provincials. You earn points by winning games. And the more games you win, the more games you get to compete in. Even more chances to earn points and more chances to qualify for a later competition. Another great way to earn points is through awards. Awards cover the entire gamut of skills used in FRC competition. And these awards include, but are most certainly not limited to, engineering inspiration, creativity, and of course the big one, chairman's. More on awards will be covered in the business team set of videos, but what you need to know right now is that awards will be given out at the closing ceremonies at the end of a competition.
Picture this, you've just arrived at the competition location. This is day 1. Day 1 is all about efficient setup. This pit is crucial for pit members who will need this pit to be as organized and as easy to navigate as possible over the next few days. And since this pit is only 10 by 10, the size of your average garden shed in your backyard, it needs to be very organized. During this setup, or maybe even after, another group will be sent out to scout, and scouting is collecting information about other teams' robots so that we can use it later on to strategize for our matches. After this, or during this, business team will either be preparing or presenting for awards for the competition. And then finally, drive team will be able to set up and practice on the actual playing field in order to get a feel for it before the actual matches begin. So you've made it through day 1. Phew. But now you gotta get ready for day 2. And day 2 is jam-packed full of competitive matches. These are round robin matches, which means that even if you win or lose, you gain points for your team. The way these matches work is that your team, our team, is put onto an alliance. Your color will either be red or blue. Each alliance consists of us, obviously, and 2 other teams. And these teams on the second day are randomly selected, and you play with so many different teams. This is why scouting is very important, because then you get to know the other teams in the competition as well, and you get to make friends and whatnot. Scouts continue to watch the matches to observe the other teams and their robots. Spirit will cheer on your team, but also the teams on your alliances in different matches. The most important thing is to spread cheer to everybody, because everyone's there just to have a good time.
Day 2, complete. You can check that off your list. Good job. But it's already day 3. Yeah. So your team's going to start off the day by competing in the final of the round robin matches in order to improve your ranking as much as possible, and then spend the afternoon starting off with the picks for the quarterfinal selections. For the quarterfinal selections, the top 8 ranked teams will pick 2 other teams to form their own alliances. Then they'll compete to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, knocking off the losing alliances every time. At the end of this, second and third place will be announced. Awards will be given out, and the competition is over. The only time there'll ever be a 4th day of competition is at either provincials or worlds. This can be because there's so many teams competing that it just takes more time to get through all the matches, and it would conclude on the 4th day instead of the 3rd. Congratulations! You made it through your first FRC competition.
So there you have it. One action-packed, fast-paced, stressfully amusing competition weekend wrapped up in a nutshell. Congrats, you are now an expert, and probably a little bit sleep deprived, maybe a little bit sick of Subway, and in desperate need of a nap on the way home.